our second session for today and for the whole summit. I can give the floor. Is Max around? Max?
Yes, I'm around. I just
okay, good.
Going.
So Max, you can also share your screen. You can you can present if you want. Okay, you have the full control. So it's my honor to present to you Max Strotmann. Max Strotmann is the vice head of unit in ISA 2, I believe. And today after a long series of discussions and exchange of ideas, we managed to put up together a very nice session for you today. We had many people wanting to be present just to listen and be around when this session is on. Thank you very much, Max, and your team. And so I give the floor to you. You will run the introduction and you will invite our first speaker.
Okay, that's cool. Yanis, thanks so much. I'm about to say good morning because in Brussels it's still sort of almost the morning, but you are, like very often, Greece has been ahead of everybody else, so you are here also. No, many thanks for many thanks for your kind words. No presentation now for me. Good morning, hello everybody around. I see lots of people on LinkedIn. That's fantastic all over the world. Thanks, Yanis, for the intro. I will not have a formal presentation. I will just, that was the deal, say a few words of introduction for this session, where I wanted to say, give a little bit of an outlook of what policy-wise might be happening, what we hope will be happening in the next months in Europe. Also legally, new policy strategies and so on, and then give the floor to my great colleagues, and I will quickly introduce them afterwards, who will then run the show for this session. First, Yanis, and to the whole organizing team, a big thanks. I think this is a fantastic show that you're running there. And when I saw your presentation, for me, it's the first time to be with you in Samos. I clearly missed something over the next 10 years, but maybe this is a story. And so in 10 years, I can say I was there also for 10 years. I liked a lot how you introduced the whole event with the reference to Higgs and the interdisciplinary nature, the importance of interdisciplinary work. And what I liked most was the reference to Miles Davis, because I'm really a big fan of jazz and of Miles Davis. And when you said you think it is so important that strange individuals are present, this is what for me matters a lot. Otherwise, there is no collective advancing and no true interdisciplinary work, and no jazz either. So I'm proud to be amongst you today, amongst all those strange individuals. Okay, a few words on interoperability and digital governance, government policy, how we see it evolving. Also at EU level, in the EU, innovation is also so much about tech only. But we, like you, I think, see that this is not the first line, because it's people. It's people who are the main condition for innovation and for positive innovation. It's the passing of ideas, the development of skills, the development of expertise and the exchange of expertise, the curiosity, the openness. This is what Greece is standing for, what your university is standing for, and what Europe actually is standing for. It's openness, reusing of what we have learned and building something new out of it and building it together. It's about exchange. That's what you do at the Samos Summit, have been done for 10 years. And that's what we are proud to be doing also in the interoperability policy, the digital government policy at EU level. You all probably know the European interoperability framework and its layers of technical, semantic, organizational, and legal interoperability. And we see over the last years how much, I mean, technical and semantic stay very, very important, but the legal and organizational side has become ever more important. And this we see is very much at the top of the agenda in digital policies and in particular digital government policies across the EU. Spain, for example, has set a fantastic example with a bold interoperability and digital government law. And to all our surprise, Germany is following up. Germany, who has been so much lagging behind over the last years, is now forcefully stepping up, including by a legal interoperability law. The Samos Summit, your session, this year looks boldly in particular is a unique opportunity at EU level that we together can shape Europe's future common public sector governance. My colleagues will introduce this a bit further in the presentations, but this year in 2020, the Commission has committed in its digital policy outline that we will come forward with at least 2 bold reviews and steps into the future. One is on interoperability policy, a bold, enhanced, a strengthened interoperability strategy across Europe, and then initiatives like, for example, a review of the eIDAS regulation that is very, very much important. We will also see the starting, we hope so, if there is soon a deal on the budget, of the Digital Europe program that has an important section on the public sector, also issues like health and justice, but where interoperability has retained an important element that is supporting the data and individual sector developments all across. This link between the public and the private sector is something that is very important for us, because we think the old way of doing things, just the public sector staying on its own, is not sustainable anymore. We want to open the doors of the public sector to cooperating with startups, with innovative companies. And this we want to do under the label of GovTech, with hopefully starting a new incubator. When I say all of this, I think we all agree, and this has changed also at EU level, that in digital governance policies, the person, the individual, must be boldly in the focus. This is what the Tallinn Declaration, in the Tallinn Declaration, the government's committed to, and what we at the EU level are very much behind. We think that EU action helps, and it's not because we are all the same, or we must be all the same, not at all, but because we know, because we have seen that if we join the forces, if we act together, we are much stronger. And Enrico, just in his great presentation before, said this very clearly. He said, COVID, I noted it down, COVID, he said, brought us together as a single population to overcome the challenges like COVID that concern us all as a single population. Innovative public services help us exactly that. And they allow us, innovative public services, that we can do that without giving up our individuality. Me, myself as a person. I don't have to be like all of you, like everybody else. And the same is for me as a city, as a country, as a sector. And I really like the old motto of the EU in that context that I think stands very well for this. It says, we are united in diversity because we're all different, but together we are stronger. And this brings me back to Miles Davis. I said I love jazz. Jazz music is all about great individuals, gifted, talented, highly individual musicians, but together they make great music. And this is what we would love to do in the new digital government policies that we try to build collectively together, all of us, over the next months until 2021. But jazz music and great musicians playing in great bands brings me also to introducing, that's my second point, to the section, and to bring you today's band together. 4 great individuals. I'm very proud to be their colleague from 2 different departments in the Commission, the Joint Research Center and DG Digit, the Informatics Department, who will play you, I think, a nice symphony of views and bring you enough discussion stuff over the next minutes. The first one opening will be Gianluca. You have presented him. He will be speaking about the changing AI landscape and the link to the public sector in Europe. He will very much focus on the need for cooperation, for interoperability there, and in particular, trust. Without trust, people will not start using we will not convince people using these services. The next one is Peter, also from the JRC, who will present you the action that we are collectively doing on a landscaping study of innovative public services across Europe, an observatory that we are setting up. We need to know, and he knows what is all going on all across the EU, because all EU countries are experimenting, are advancing, and we can learn all from each other. He will explain how we think that we can stimulate even further experimentation, support test beds, support the scaling up of the best and the most useful of these services. For example, by setting up what I said before, the common EU GovTech incubator. Then over to Miguel. You also, Yanis also introduced it, the catalog of services action, which we think, like you, is essential for joining the dots, is essential for getting the information to the people in a highly decentralized setup through the portals that are popping out left and right. It's the basis for APIs, and he will use, I think, the example of chatbots. It is also essential for implementing one main piece of EU legal setup for digital government, which is the single digital gateway. Without Miguel's action, we will not see soon an implementation of the single digital gateway. Also, this, by the way, is a great cooperation of different departments across the European Commission. And then the cherry on the cake will be Victoria, who will present you the Interoperability Academy in cooperation with many other partners within the Commission and across the world, we hope so. This brings me back to what I said before. Skills are at the heart of our thinking, how we can make the EU, Europe fit for the digital age. And it is a collaborative effort. It is a vision of a distributed learning framework. We will start with the European Interoperability Framework, and we want to bring many more things in, and we are proud to be partnering with you with the Samos Summer School this year. I end here, and Yanis, if you allow me, I would throw the bone to Gianluca to start the show. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much.